So you have 3 components for install, which is your pump, your foot pedal, which controls the hammer, and then the hammer itself. So this is what puts the hydraulic fluid in to move the hammer itself. So this is I think it's a 60-pound weight. So this machine basically spins and pushes that hammer up and drops it, So this one here screws into here, kind of like this. This is going to be your tip.
That's our cone?
So yeah, this is your cone, and this here is for the hammer. So once you put this on, this device here, this is our hammer. So once we get this up and set, that sits on here, and then you got to hold it straight. And each line here, this is what we're measuring. So I think it's every 10 centimeters or something like that. It's let me look at every 10 centimeters is where we take our measurements. So however many blows for each line here, that's how we take our measurements to figure out if the soil is loose or not. Always got to make sure that everything that you attach to this is fully seated, because that is your weakest point. It will snap and break. This is a whole hydraulic system. This is what controls the hammer. This lever here, your foot pedal. We have an extractor over here, so once we're done installing everything, this extractor, we just detach the hammer and attach this extractor, and this will pull it up out of the ground so we can retrieve all our rods and everything. First, we'll start with this. This thing's pretty heavy, so it's always important that we're holding it straight and level, not at an angle, not with one hand, just using both hands. And you can't hook these up wrong. The smaller ones, the smaller fittings go to the hammer, the bigger ones go to the pump. Always make sure your fittings are clean. We have a log here, and this goes by 10 centimeters. Every 10 centimeters, we'll record how many blows it takes to get to that centimeter. And once we get to a consistent blow count, we're pretty much in solid soil. So if it's consistently in the upper 20s or something like that, then you're in pretty good soil. Hold that. I'll pick this thing up. There's a hole at the bottom of this. There's a hole in the bottom of this where that slips right over to that piece. You want to hold it straight real quick. Yeah, so you have there's a level bubble right here. Just as long as you're pretty straight is all that matters. This is your power button here. Okay, it's gonna be scary, so ready? And for every line, you want to document how many blows you're achieving in that section. So when you pull this off, yeah, you pull that piece off there. So all the numbers that I'm recording is for every 10 centimeters, I count how many blows it takes to get to that 10 centimeters. And then I'll record that. And that'll kind of give us an idea of where the loose soil is and where the tight soil is. That way we can address the issue. So when you put this on, usually you gotta make sure they're all seated. Completely. Okay, you just want to hold it straight. Watch out, because you'll bend the rod. See how the rod bends? So there you go. As you notice, I'm making sure that I'm monitoring every blow for every 10 centimeters. Keep your See how now we're getting to a loose soil?
Yeah.
We went through pretty solid soil, and then now we're going to loose soil. When you lift this off, it has to be evenly lifted, because otherwise, if you kind of cock it, it'll try to pull the rod up. And this is a good testing. This is good for testing for polyurethane, like to be able to figure out where you should target your target areas for the polyurethane, so that you're filling the voids to be able to solidify the soil, you know, or stabilize the soil. Right, because if you're holding it with one and it starts to bounce and you notice that your rods are bending in the middle, you know, like bowing, then you're not holding it right. Push it down. Push.
No, it's going down by itself.
Yeah, push it. Okay. Okay, hold on. Ready? Yeah. Now we're in terrible soil. Yeah. Yep. So what we're looking for now is to achieve a lot more blows so that we know we're in something solid. Because right now we're very low blows, which tells me that there's a big void under here. Soil's really, really loose. And right now we're almost at 12 feet. Now we're back to loose. And then when we want to extract, the only thing we have to do for extraction is to turn the machine off, like so. We turn the machine off. We come here, release the pressure.
Just kick it back and forth.
Kick it back and forth. Pull this up. And disconnect these two hoses here. What happens is we hook them up to this device here. So basically what we're going to do is take this piece off here. We'll add a rod. Turn the machine back on. Basically, this grabs onto the rod. Basically, once we clamp onto this rod, this extractor will pull. That is a clamp that clamps onto this to hold it, so that when we go to extract it, that it holds it and it pulls it up with the extractor. Then we take it off section at a time. So each rod is 100 centimeters. So it'll come up and then you'll be able to twist one piece off and put it away and reattach. until we retrieve the whole thing. Go down. This is our hydraulic pump, which controls our foot pedal. This here, and then this here is the hammer, and this is the extractor. So there's basically 4 components to this whole machine, and the foot pedal and the pump control both of these units here. So.
You want it in the middle of that, yeah?
Well, yeah. I mean, anywhere between here and there should be ideal.
Okay. Alright.